Here comes the trivia. Welcome to the Wake Up Show. Here comes the trivia.
Welcome to the Wake Up Show. Here comes the trivia indeed. How is everybody? Welcome to another week on the Wake Up Show, bright and early on a Saturday morning in parts of the world, of course. We're a worldwide phenomenon. We're a worldwide show, and here we are going across the galaxy. Well, the known universe, which is basically Earth. So buckle up. We've got lots of trivia questions today, and we're just warming things up because today I can guarantee you we've got some Nimminati action coming a little bit later on. Nimmin Live is back with Nick, with Dee. Everybody is going to be partying in Nimminati Central today. So welcome to everyone to the stream. We're going to jump into the chat in just a second. But first of all, thank you for joining us today. And for those who are still coming in, we will make sure that we've got that background music keeps muting itself. Here we are. I've got my set here, my nice wood paneling here that I just quite enjoy. So how is everyone today? There's a few people popping by the stream before we got started today. And we'll give them a shout out, and then we'll see who's here live with us right now. All right, let's go in. Before the stream popping past, we had... oh, there we are at the top. I'll move that to the bottom. There we go. Alex Tox was in the house pre-stream, and he actually came past and says, "Am I late?" No, you were early. You got the 30-minute notification. It went out. I saw that it went out today. Vanjie popped past, pre-stream as well. And also Shelby's Corner popped past pre-stream. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who else is in the stream. Give me a shout in the chat if you are here live with us right now. I want to see that everything's going out. It seems to be going out well. I can see the stream coming out on my monitor, on my iPad, so it's all rocking. So how's everyone? Talk to me in the chats. Shelby's Corner says that she is here and present. Welcome, Shelby's Corner. One of the moderators, of course, on the stream. Thank you for being here bright and early before the stream started. Much appreciated. Take a little while for people to come on in today. I made sure that I got a tweet out as well just as the stream was starting. Notification should be going out. I know I got my notification for my own stream, so that's something. Rocking on. Well, today I've got a bunch of trivia questions for everyone, so we're going to get cracking in just a moment. This is the portion where we used to like to say hello to everyone coming in. And looks like everyone's having a bit of a Saturday morning sleep-in over in the US today. It's like crickets in the chat right now. It's like crickets in the chat. But here we are, Lemonhead Penny saying good morning. Welcome to the stream. Take a few minutes for people to get their eyes open and jump into the stream today. Notifications hopefully going out and touching people right where they are. Oh, there we go. Thought my hand was ghosting for a second. No, my hand looks good. So it's good to see. Lemonhead Penny in the house. Been a little while. We've got Shelby's Corner here, so there's a few of us here to get started. We've got a bunch. Let's have a look what we've got. Over on the trivia page, of course, the trivia questions are lined up, ready to go. I'll be revealing them just below in a few minutes. The first question. Oh, I was going to sneeze. Here we go. Can't have that. And, oh, that's out of date too. I need to check my screens a little bit more thoroughly before I start. So let's get off that one. Let's go back to this one. There we go. There we go. So how's everyone's week? Make sure that you just drop in the comments right now how your week's been. We were here a week ago last Saturday for the stream. We did a bit of a trivia, and because I've got my green screen going, we also did what was called Name This City. So I put photos of cities up on my backdrop, and had people guess what city it was, and that was quite fun too. We're not doing that this week. We're just sticking with the trivia this week. Then we'll jump in at once. Just looking at the chat. I think there's something going on in the chat. Let's have a look. I believe this is what's going on in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. I think we're going to get on over and crack into the first trivia question for the day. And let's head on over there now to the trivia page. The trivia page. And we're going to start with a... Well, it's a science-based question, but it's also an entertainment-based question. You'll understand why as soon as we have a look at the first question. The first question comes from nobody, because we don't have any. We're not running any viewer-submitted questions. We've closed the form for now. But what we're doing is running all the ones that I've acquired myself. So here we go. And the first question is: according to the Star Trek science fiction franchise, so entertainment, here we go, Earth is a what class planet? According to the Star Trek science fiction franchise, Earth is what class of planet? And as always, we need to drop the 3-minute clock. We're going to reveal the answer in exactly 3 minutes' time. Now, what happens is, if you want to have a guess at the answer, if you know the answer, if you just want to just put in a witty answer, it's up to you guys right now to jump in the chat and drop in an answer that you think might be the correct answer, and I'll highlight those as we go. And then in exactly 2.5 minutes, we're going to reveal the correct answer. So what we're going to do is let you guys jump in and see what you come up with. I'm going to take a sip of water. Hopefully I will not sneeze. Let's put the comments up the top. Shelby's Corner says world class. I can't remember what that was in reference to now. Lemonhead Penny said third class. Okay, that's interesting. Vanjie's back. Welcome, Vanjie. We gave you a quick shout out as being someone who came past pre-stream. Oh no. I'm really feeling like I'm going to sneeze. So if I have to sneeze, I'm going to walk off set. Yeah, thanks for the background. This is the magic of a cinema. It's actually a wood background, and if I go and touch it, I sort of just touching it with my fingers. Really? It's not there. It's just a facade. Question mark from the sun. Third planet from the sun. Yeah. But the question is, what class of planet, according to the Star Trek franchise, is Earth? This is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Morning. Good morning. And you've come in with an answer. Class M. A Class M planet. Sounds possible? We're going to check that answer in 30 seconds. We'll leave it open for any last minute answers to come in. I really feel like I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm back. I believe the buzzer went. I'm sure that 30-second buzzer It's long gone by now. Time is up. Time is up, definitely. Shelby's Corner. Thank you very much. The buzzer would have gone. I didn't hear the buzzer because I didn't have my headphones on. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Let's reveal the answer now. This is what we're going to do today. The answer usually appears sort of here, but today it's going to appear here, up the top in the corner. So what I'll do is I'll just hide that out. And the question was, of course, according to the Star Trek franchise, Star Trek science fiction franchise, Earth is a what class planet? And the answer is... it's an M-class planet. Viewed this, you were absolutely right. Absolutely correct. So give yourself a pat on the back. I just realised my Stream Deck was out of reach, so I'm just going to pull that a little closer so I can press my buttons. So well done. That's the first question out of the way. It was a bit of science and a bit of fiction and a bit of entertainment all wrapped into one. So we're going to head on to the next question in just a sec. So I'll just clear the deck. And before we do, we'll just mosey on back over here. And just as a reminder that a little bit after this broadcast today, the Wake Up Show, of course, here coming in just after 8 a.m. Eastern, a little bit later on this morning, Nimmin Live will be back over on Nick Nimmin's channel. So stay tuned. I'll let you know more of the details as they come in. I don't have a confirmed start time yet, but I do know they are going live today. So I'm keeping that handy on the side here, and I'll be monitoring that. All right. Well, we're just getting our brains warmed up a little bit more, so we're going to crack on with another trivia question in just a moment. And that question is, we've got a few sciencey questions today, quite a few sciencey questions actually. So hopefully you got your science on today. Here we go. On the periodic table of elements, Hg is the symbol for what element? On the periodic table of elements, Hg is the symbol for what element? All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Here we go. If you want to have a go at the answer, make sure you drop it in the chat now. Here we go. And don't forget, the other thing that we always like to do here on the Wake Up Show is not only do we do on trivia, but if you want to ask me any questions, you can ask questions at any time. So what I'll do is start highlighting some of your answers in just a second. I see some coming in. We're going to highlight those, coming right up. I see D retweeted the stream out, so hopefully that'll get a few more eyes on the stream this morning. Sometimes we have to remind people that these things are on, even though we come through at a fairly regular time slot, give or take an hour. It's always good. Okay, what answers are coming in so far? Let's highlight them up here. Use the right hand. Viewed this said Mercury. Mercury is an element, so that is a possible answer. Lemonhead Penny says helium as a possible answer too. Shelby's Corner is going with Mercury, but without confidence because there's a question mark on it. We'll see. We're going to reveal that answer in a minute and a half left on the clock there. I feel that music might be a bit loud in my ears, but it's probably okay for you guys. Let me know if that background music's too loud or too soft. It's all good. It's all good. No more answers coming in at the moment. Very quiet in the chat. Very quiet in the chat. Make sure you give this stream a thumbs up. Make sure you share it out as well. Let's get a few more people in here. Participate in some trivia. And we can tell people things like this.
Here comes the trivia.
And here he is. Welcome to the stream today. Mr. Nick Nimmin, of course. Just talking about Nick and Dee going live later today. Awesome. Welcome to the stream. We're just warming things up with some trivia questions, trying to flex our brain muscles as people are waking up on the East Coast, coming through different places in the US. Some people are probably still sleeping on the West Coast, that's for sure. And it'll be late morning in the UK, I believe. Maybe early afternoon. Okay, we've got I think that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be hydrogen? I think that's what that's supposed to be. We'll be revealing the answer. The buzzer's about to go, so we're going to reveal the answer in just a second. Stand by for that answer. There it is. And I just tapped it with my nose. Okay. It's time to reveal the answer. On the periodic table of elements, Hg is the symbol for what element? And the answer is... And the answer is Mercury. Oh, I'll get these hand signals right one day. Mercury. So Shelby's Corner said Mercury. Viewed this said Mercury. So there's a few answers there. Well done. Well done. Well done. Cracking on. I don't know if that's just knowledge or if that's Google at this time of the day. It could be either. Yeah, I'm just looking at the questions I've got. There are a few science questions today, that's for sure. So get ready for those. All right. I'm going to crack on straight into the next question. But, of course, as I mentioned, if you've got any questions for me, of course, you can drop them in the chat at any time. And before we do the next trivia question, let's try something out. Let's try something out, a little chat participation here. I'm just going to change my scene for a second. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to type something in chat. Let's see if this is working. And if this is working, that means anybody can do it if this is working. Here we go. We're going to type this in. Let's see if we get an answer from the Magic 8 Ball. Here we go. Dropping it in the chat. Let's see if this is working. Okay, Streamlabs mod is coming back with the answer because Streamlabs mod is the 8 Ball. That's an interesting answer to my question. What time is Nimmin live today? Streamlabs or the 8 Ball has come back with, I don't know. Feels good, man. That's a non-committal answer, if I ever heard one. We might have to ask him again shortly. We'll ask him again shortly. Anyway, let's get to the next trivia question, shall we? And don't forget, you can actually go in the chat anytime, use the 8 Ball command and ask a question, and it will give you an answer. Open to anybody at all. Give it a try. Anyway, let's get to the trivia. And the next question is, he's drinking already. Yeah, the bot's drinking, that's for sure. All right, it's another sciencey type question. Here we go. A deficiency of what vitamin may lead to dry eyes and night blindness? A deficiency of what vitamin may lead to dry eyes and night blindness? Sounds pretty dire to me. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock for that one. Now I'm going to let you guys jump in with your possible answers. Let's see what you come up with. And a big shout out to Sparky107, friend of the channel, saying good morning to me, to Doug. Spelled correctly there. Thanks for correcting that. Welcome to the stream. Been a while since we've seen you here. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Okay, we're looking for that vitamin. Which vitamin is it? So the first answer I can see coming in right now is from Sparky, of course, saying vitamin E. Could be. Could be. We're going to reveal the correct answer in just over 2 minutes. Shelby's Corner's come in with K1. That's a very specific vitamin. Vitamin K1. There we go. We'll find out if that is correct very soon. Viewed this, asked this question of the 8 Ball and said, is my channel channel niche viable? That's a pretty profound question. And the 8 Ball's come back and the answer is within yourself, PogChamp. I believe it's calling you PogChamp. Is PogChamp your name? The answer is within yourself. It's a very zen answer. But it's a true answer. It's interesting. Back to the actual trivia question. Lemonhead Penny has said vitamin A. Vitamin A. Josephine's in the house. Welcome to the stream, Josephine. Good to have you here. And Shelby's Corner asked 8 Ball a question. Will I ever be able to shoot a hoop? And again, the 8 Ball has come back with the answer is within yourself. I don't know who Kipo. Who's Kipo? I'm going to check the settings in the Streamlabs. He's calling all people all different weird names. That's not your name. You're Kipo. That clock is ticking down on that answer, I believe. Sparky says, if I say multivitamin, would that be the correct answer? Well, it's only one of the vitamins we're looking for. We're not looking for all of them. Dean Emmons in the house saying cheese. Cheese is the vitamin that a deficiency that may lead to dry eyes and blindness. So you've got to eat more cheese. Unless you're lactose intolerant, cheese is probably a good thing. Josephine says, that will be my reply to every hater that asks a mean question. The answer lies within yourself. This has come back with vitamin D as well. And vitamin D is in the chat actually there. Vitamin D Nimmin. And D said zinc. Josephine's coming with coffee real quick. And D's also said magnesium. But the buzzer is gone, so I'm going to reveal the correct answer. And the correct answer, the question, first of all, is a deficiency of what vitamin may lead to dry eyes and night blindness? And the answer is vitamin A. There's a few people said vitamin A. So if you said vitamin A, pat yourself on the back. You've got bragging rights. You got it correct. Well done. And don't forget, remember these questions and answers because they might come in handy at some point in the future. They might come in handy. Might come in handy indeed. Okay, what's going on in here in the chat? Yeah, vitamin D is exactly what I said. There it is, vitamin D. Oh, hang on. I'm always pointing the wrong spot. Josephine says, the wrong answer to everything is coffee. Coffee is a common answer for a lot of questions. Shelby's Corner says she was thinking about carrots. Well, carrots probably have a fair bit of vitamin D in them, depending on what state they're in when you're eating them. And Josephine says, Doug, I'd love to remember the question, but have a short-term memory of 5 seconds. Like a goldfish. Like a goldfish. Hopefully I'm not going to sneeze again. I can feel something coming on. I might have to step aside again. But before we do that, another trivia question in just a second. But I think we need to ask 8 Ball a question again. Because we didn't get a straight answer the first time we asked. So I'm going to type the answer in, the question in again. Here we go. Make sure I spell this correctly. And we're dropping it again into the 8 Ball. It says, asking the same question, what time is them in live today? And 8 Ball, what is the answer to the question we seek? It says to ask Dean Emman. He's the mobile guru. Feels good, man. That seems legit. I need to put that on the screen. That's the answer to the question. Ask Dean Emman. I'd say that's a pretty good answer because I think D would know the answer to that. So D, what time are we going live today? All right. But in the meantime, it's time to head back for another trivia question. And the question is, this is a space slash music question. We're getting a few hybrid questions today. So here we go. What is the only modern rock and roll song on the Voyager spacecraft's golden records? What is the only modern rock and roll song on the Voyager spacecraft's golden records? I'm going to put that 3 minutes on the clock. Have a think about that one. What song is the only modern rock and roll song on the Voyager spacecraft's golden records? They're the records that are made of gold. They've been sent into space, so if aliens find them, they can play them and listen to our music. Way of communicating is through music, I guess. Let's see what people come up with. I'm going to step away for a second. Here we go. The only thing about getting up and down is I get my cable caught in my chair. There we go. All right, let's see what answers are coming in for this particular question. It's a rock and roll song. Modern, when we say modern, we're talking about in the last, I don't know. When did rock and roll start? Since rock and roll started, I don't know, 50s or 60s or something. Something like that. First answer I see is from Sparky107 saying Rocket Man. Rocket Man, very, very timely question with the Rocket Man movie coming out. Story of Elton John. That's modern. Modern is anything back to the start of rock and roll, so that's good. Question mark jump. So I'm not sure. Is that like what's that song? I think I know the song you mean. Shelby Squatter says the Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, but I doubt that's called classed as rock and roll. Rock and roll. Classic rock and roll, people. And a good morning to Sweeney Dunstan. Welcome to the stream. Lemonhead Penny says it could be some Van Halen. That'd be interesting. Sending some Van Halen up to the aliens to listen to. We've got just about 30 seconds left before I reveal the answer. I'm going to drop a hint right now. This particular song features in a time travel movie. It features in a time travel movie that came out in the mid-80s. Mid-1980s. See if that helps anyone for the last few seconds before we reveal the answer. I can tell you right now, the correct answer has not come up in the chat just yet. Sparky says Twisted Sister come out and play. We'll see. Well, the buzzer's gone, so it's time to reveal that answer. So let's have a look. So, what is the only modern rock and roll song on the Voyager spacecraft's golden records? And the answer is Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. And what movie was that in the mid-80s? Let me know if you know the movie. What movie was that song featured in the mid-80s? Time travel movie is the one I'm looking for. Let me know. I'm looking to see if anyone. I'm just going to leave the question up there just to jog some minds. Let's see what people come up with. And Lemonhead Penny says, great Scott. I think Lemonhead Penny's onto it. Have you this? Has nailed the name of the movie Back to the Future. Absolutely. Johnny Be Good. The actual correct spelling of the song is this one, Johnny Be Good. That's how they spelt it. Oh, Chuck Berry. So there you go. And the interesting thing is, what was the name of the dance that Marty was at with his parents in 1955 that he played that song at? What was the name of the dance? Now I'm diving in. I could probably go all day. I could probably do a dedicated show on Back to the Future trivia. Rocket Man was a great guess. It was a great guess because it was topical and timely. Viewed this. I think we've got another Back to the Future fan here. And Chapman Under the Sea dance. Absolutely correct. Sweeney does say, had to Google that because obviously that was probably a little bit before your time. Back to the Future, one of my favourite movies. There we go. All right, let's clear that real quick. Now, did we get it? Did I get an answer to that 8-ball question? I know the 8-ball did answer to Ask D. Nimmin, but I don't think D. Nimmin gave us that particular answer, so he's probably not lurking in the chat right now. Because if I go back, the 8-ball said, Ask D. Nimmin, he's the mobile guru. So don't forget, you can at any time if you want to ask the 8-ball a question and get an answer, feel free to type it in exactly the way I typed it in before, which is the exclamation mark. I'm just going to type it one more time for you guys if you haven't picked up on this already. And then ask your question. I need a question. What question are we going to ask? I don't want to keep asking the same question. All right. The question is, 8-ball, what time will I finish this stream today? No, that's too much like the other question. 8-ball, what did I eat for dinner? All right, let's see what the 8-ball has to say about that one. So there's my question there. 8-ball, what did I eat for dinner? And come on, 8-ball, come on. Here it is. What would Nick Nimmin do? That's not really a good answer to my question, 8-ball. I think you are drunk. Sparky's in on it. He's asking that, but what time it's going to stop raining today? He's lagging on that answer. Here it comes. Oh, there it is. He asked you. He said to ask D. Nimmin. D. Nimmin's got the answers. Evidently, D. Nimmin's got the answers today. So there you go. This says, is there a viable item I can associate with my content for affiliate marketing? Oh, profound answer. What would Nick Nimmin do? Okay, so think about who Nick Nimmin's affiliates are, and who does he do? Who does he use? Maybe TubeBuddy, maybe. I can't keep up with all these questions. Oh, someone else, Sweeney asked this question. How many players can a single player game hold? And 8-ball says, I would say no. Oh, dear. Fun and games. Fun and games. I need to put more interesting... I need to load it up with a few more answers and the defaults and stuff. I did put a couple in, of course, as you might have guessed. All right. The next question is a geography question. Hand up if you like geography. My hand's disappearing like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. All right, next question is, originally a Viking fishing village, Copenhagen became the capital city of what country? Originally a Viking fishing village, Copenhagen became the capital city of what country? I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see what people have to say. And good morning to Donna. Welcome to the stream today. Welcome to the show. The current question is, originally a Viking fishing village, Copenhagen became the capital city of what country? And some answers are starting to come in. And the first answer I see is Shelby's Corner says Norway. Then Lemonhead Penny says Denmark. Josephine's gone with Denmark as well. Sweeney does send, he's having a bit of a look to see if he can find the answer. Sparky's going with Iceland or Greenland. Having an each way bet there. A few this has gone with Denmark, of course. A few Denmarks there now. We shall see and reveal the answer in 2 minutes. Let's see what people can come up with here. And welcome, Flash in Japan is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Give everyone a chance to come in with the answers. I think most of the crowd's had a go so far, but we'll see. I think I'm missing something in here. No, I think I'm imagining things. Okay. Sparky says he's just happy that no one has said Canada yet. Then Shelby's Corner came in with Canada, which isn't quite Canada. It's Canada. All right, 30 seconds left before we reveal the answer. It's gone quiet on guesses and suggestions in the chat right now. Bit of other chat going on, which is always awesome. So always feel free to chat to each other in the chat because that's what the chat's for. And as Shelby's Corner has said, don't forget to give the stream a like. Give it a thumbs up. We're about to hear that buzzer in the ear and we're going to reveal the answer to the question. Oh, Sparky's had a great idea. Ask 8-Ball what the answer is. Look at that. But 8-Ball's no help because he says he doesn't know. Well, 8-Ball, Streamlabs 8-Ball, we're gonna tell you right now what the answer is. And the question was, originally a Viking fishing village, Copenhagen became the capital city of what country? The answer is Denmark. All those who said Denmark, pat on the back, well done. Denmark is in the house. Don't forget what all the questions and answers are because they might come in handy a little bit later today. You never know. You never know. Sparky says I can't even cheat properly. I give you bonus points just for thinking of doing that. That's pretty cool. I think I need like a bigger cross section of possible answers in the 8-Ball so that you never know what's going to come up and you get less repetition. I'm going to think about that. If we're going to use 8-ball again in the future, I'll think about that. 8-ball needs a larger repertoire of answers. Oh no, Shelby's Corner is on her last Mandarin. Rest in peace. I've got a banana upstairs. I might eat that tomorrow. After this stream, I'm making a coffee. That's what I'm doing. Making a coffee. And good morning to Travel with Nicole. Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out, doing a little bit of trivia and warming up our brains before Nimmin Live coming up a little bit later today. And I'm just going to check on something real quick, and then we're going to go over and hit the next trivia question, of course. And I need to be in the correct screen. Alright. I know the answer to my question. My 8-ball question will be answered after the next trivia question. I will reveal the answer to the original 8-ball question, as in what, in fact, time will Nimmin Live go live? I'll let you know right after this. I'm losing my place in the chat. Here we go. Nicole says, lovely background. Yeah, welcome to my wood cabin style background here today. And a good morning to Alan. Welcome to the stream. Sparky's got to get his body in motion. Got to shake out the early morning lethargy and get going for the day. Get a bit of coffee, get a bit of everything into the body, get the brain pumping. Hopefully, we've got some of the brain pumping. Josephine is positing an answer. It's 42 minutes until Nimmin Live. Let me look at the clock. You're not far off. Not far off. You're about right. Nimmin Live is in fact coming up at about 9:30 Eastern. There. I revealed the answer a little bit early, but hey, Josephine gave it away for me, which is all cool. So yes, 9:30 a.m. Eastern will be Nimmin Live today with Nick and Dee back in the studio doing the thing that they do best. All right, it's time for another trivia question. And I've lost it. Here we go. Lost it. Here we go. And next question is what do we call this? You tell me what sort of question this is. What category would this fall into? What is the common translation for the popular Latin phrase carpe diem? What is the common translation for the popular Latin phrase carpe diem? I'm putting 3 minutes on the clock. We're going to reveal the correct answer in exactly 3 minutes' time. Let's see what you come up with. Let's see what is happening in the chat because it's starting to move. Midnight Madness is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Nice Nimmin Live again, and I have a race today. Yes, it's always the way. It's always the way. And Pete's in the house. Pete Johns, welcome. It's a late night coffee. I'm having a late night coffee once this stream's over. Shelby's going to ask the 8-ball question. Will I join the skeleton war after death? And 8-ball was not sure. Yeah, it's the only time I ever have a coffee after 9 p.m. is on a Saturday night when Nimmin Live is coming up, and I just want to be awake for many, many hours. So for me, it is it's coming up towards 11 p.m. So yes, normally I wouldn't, but tonight I am. Okay, there's some answers coming in for the particular trivia question. The popular phrase, Latin phrase carpe diem, and viewed this says seize the day as a possible answer. Shelby's Corner feels disrespected by the 8-ball. Lemonhead Penny says seize the day, or cease the day, which I think means seize the day. Yep. Josephine's got to go and do some studies. Study is important. Don't let me distract you from your studies. Have a good one. We'll catch you later in Nimmin Live. I'll be there. And Josephine says, live every day like it's the last. That's pretty cool. That's a similar sort of sentiment to seize the day, that's for sure. Midnight Madness has come in with seize the day. Josephine says in Dutch, it's pluk die dag, so literally pick the flower as if you'd pick a flower. That's pretty cool. Trouble with Nicole says, that's my answer. Australia question mark. I don't know if that's an answer to a question or is that a question. Yes, I'm in Australia if that's the question. Shelby's Corner says, seize your flesh prison. That's an interesting way of putting it. Flash in the Pan says, seize the day as well. Catch you later, Josephine. We'll see you at Nimmin Live later. Midnight Madness. Hey, everybody can potentially come in with the same answer, so it's all good. I just heard the buzzer. That means it's time to reveal the correct answer. And it's that time of day where you need to keep the fluids up while you're talking on a live stream. Okay. And the question was, what is the common translation for the popular Latin phrase carpe diem? And the answer is seize the day. Well done. There's quite a few seize the days and variations thereof. So well done to everyone who got that. Another correct answer. Bit of Latin. Not often we discuss Latin on the live stream. That's for sure. I'm going to clear that. We're going to rock back here and see, because this chat's starting to move now, so I need to keep up with the chat. And we got, yes, that was the question. You're 12 hours ahead of me. Yeah, I'm ahead of a lot of people being in Australia. I think the only country we're not ahead of is probably like New Zealand or something like that. New Zealand, probably a few other, some island nations as well. Closer to the international date line, of course. 14 hours, wow. Pandas Puppets came in with Seize the Day, running on a little bit of a slight delay there on the live stream, I'd say. Seize the Day indeed. Where are we up to? We're pretty current in the chat. But welcome Pandas Puppets to the stream as well, by the way. I'm going to quickly check to see how many questions we've got left. I don't want to run out of questions. Yes, I can confirm that Nimmin Live will be going live at hour. Can't really see. It's going to be on my time anyway on my iPhone. But it's 11:30 my time, so I think it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Is 11:30 my time, so in about 35 minutes from now. So there's one thing I can do here real quick, and that is do this. Just to help me not go over and forget about all the fact that we need to wrap up and hand over to Nick and Dee on Nimmin Live. I need a reminder that we're going live. So what I'm going to do is move the comments down here and turn the countdown clock on. This is going to remind me there, point the right way. That's going to remind me that I need to be done and dusted by the time that hits 0. I feel a lot better now. All right. What's happening in the chat? The chat's getting a little bit more lively now. A little bit quiet at the start of the stream, but we're now picking up a bit. And it's 9 a.m. It sounds like you're on Eastern time there, viewed this. Very good. Ben, I suppose I just had to pop in here your silky smooth voice. I wouldn't say that. Flashes. Tony me Doug, he's a fellow Niminatia. A Niminatia. I wouldn't expect nothing less than a 4x4 question from you. Absolutely. All right, where are we? Children are restless. You got to deal with those children. Absolutely, I understand. I still have to deal with my children, and they're in their late teens and early 20s. So, and here I am, bumping myself on the mic again. All right. Man, this is Niminati. Yeah, that sounds dirty. I think it's time we hit another trivia question. Another trivia question. All right, trivia time.
More trivia, please.
Oh, they're getting restless out there.
More trivia, please.
Oh dear, they're getting real restless. Here we go. It's another geography question coming at you right now. Here it is. In what country would you find the temple complex Angkor Wat? So you have to think about the pronunciation. Probably getting it wrong, but it's Angkor Wat. In what country do you find the temple complex Angkor Wat? All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Make sure that you have a go. Drop your possible answers, your guesses, your educated guesses, and just to show us how you know. And PhotoFin is here. Let's get that in the right spot. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Yes, we're moving on. Midnight Madness, we're moving on. Okay, first answer I see coming in is from Midnight Madness. He says Cambodia. Lemonhead Penny is going with Budapest. And we're waiting for those answers to come in. We're going to reveal the correct answer in just over 2 minutes. So have a think about it. Have a Google. See what you come up with. Alright, I'm going to look for mentions and stuff on. Let's have a look. No retweets or mentions. Just looking for retweets and mentions for the stream. Happens sometimes. I'll give you a shout out if I can see them. That's cool. It's all good. Actually, Nick Dimon did share it out as well. So thank you, Nick, for sharing it out, retweeting that too. Oh, that's a cool. Here's a cool picture. How can I get this up on the screen? Just it's out of my Twitter. Maybe I need to open up Twitter in the browser. That's probably the way to go. That's the best way. Oh, what is going on today with the browser? It's like the only time I can't type is when I'm live streaming. Okay, I need to log into Twitter. And I'll find that picture. I want to share it on the stream with everybody. What I'll do is I'll put it on the backdrop behind me. If I can find it. Ah, there it is. Alright. We'll get through this question, then I'll share this picture. Okay. We've got 30 seconds left. Let's see what everyone's saying in the chat in regards to the question. Flash in your pants got very specific. Krong, Siam Reap, Cambodia. Lemonhead Penny says, I think it was one of the old world 7 wonders. Possibly was. I'm not up on that. Shelby's Corner has gone with Canada. I am getting. Oh, there's the buzzer. I'm going to go straight to the answer because I want to show you this. I want to share this picture with everyone. But first, we need to finish the question. In what country would you find the temple complex Angkor Wat? And the answer is, as suggested, Cambodia. Well, not everyone said Cambodia because there was a few Cambodias there. A few Cambodias. But we're going to clear the board and I'm going to show you this picture that came in from Twitter. Let's see if I can easily... I'll just display it behind me. Let's go to a scene where I've got no graphics. Let's go to one, get rid of that. I'll just get rid of the counters for a second. Let's see if I can drop this in. Is that going to work? Or do I need to save it first? I think I need to save it first. Save image. Now it's going to work because I've got the image off the website. All right. I'm going to move out of the way so you guys can see the image. I'm going to drop it in. This was on a tweet. Was it Nick or D that tweeted that? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, as you can see, it's Nick and D getting ready for their live stream. Nick said, D and I will be going live in about an hour. So obviously he posted that about 30, 40 minutes ago. There you go. There you go. I knew there was a way I could share photos on this stream. Here we go. Alright, I better move it back to the regular image. And it takes a minute to change. There we go. There we go. We're back. Alright, what's been going on in the chat here? Hey, Neil's in the house. Good afternoon, fancy internet people. There is some fancy people here. Let's see what people have to say. See if we get any feedback on that photo I just shared. Here's some feedback. Midnight Madness says it's hideous. That was from weeks ago. You mean he tweeted an old picture? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. He tweeted an old picture. There we go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And evidently it was an old picture. Oh well. I just saw it and I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw that up and see if people can see what people say. Alright, let's close that off. Midnight Madness says, did I even spell hideous correctly? Well, I don't even know if you spelled it correctly or not, but it looked good to me. We knew exactly what you were talking about. Alex Tox is in the house. Welcome, Alex. You were early before because you came in before the stream, and now you're coming in. We started an hour ago, so you're an hour in. We're running for another 20 minutes or so. And just to remind myself, I need to put this up on the screen. Nimmin Live starts in 24 minutes, so I need to be done before then. All right. We're going to hit the next trivia question. Because that's what we do. And then I've got the restless people in the background, you know, asking questions like this.
More trivia, please.
Well, you ask, you shall receive. The next trivia question is another vitamin question. We had a vitamin question before, but yes, a lot of sciencey type questions tonight. What vitamin is produced when a person, me, a person, or anybody really, is exposed to sunlight? What vitamin is produced when a person is exposed to sunlight? 3 minutes is on the clock. And let's jump in and see what people have to say. And we'll look out for some possible answers, of course. Make sure you drop an answer if you think you know you have an answer. Or if you want to have a guess. Pete asked an interesting question. Tell us about your background, Doug. Is that locally sourced wood? I reached out and touched it earlier. There we go. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful texture. Beautiful texture. Sometimes I just in the mood to like change, paint it, change it. So then I'll, sometimes I want a bit more of a blue. So I'll just paint it with a paintbrush. Whoa, hang on. It's not a party. It's not a party. That's not actually the one I was going for, but anyway. That's not the one I was going for. I better go back to a proper backdrop. We're not having a party. We could have a party, but if we had a party, then we wouldn't finish on time. All right, let's see where we're up to in the chat. Neil says it's the best Russian wood he could source. Yeah, it's hard to get Russian wood here in Australia. All right, hitting the actual trivia question, which we're revealing the answer in just under a minute and a half. The first person in with a possible answer, Sweeney Dunstan, says D, vitamin D. Alex Tox has also gone with vitamin D. Neil Crypto says vitamin B. Flash in Japan says D. Shelby's Corner says D. Then we've got B again from Neil. Vitamin E from Lemonhead Penny. Vitamin P from Midnight Madness. Interesting. Alex Doc said I put metal as the background. I could. I don't know if I've got a metal background. We'll have a look. We'll check that out in a minute. Yeah, I was being very careful as I was running my hand across the wood there. Midnight Man says vitamin D. Exactly. Everyone's cluing on now. Vitamin D. Yes. There you go. And revealing the answer in very soon. Very soon. Alright. We had a people versus YouTube win today, 48 hours ago. Secure Team 10. I think I saw you tweet about that. It was demonetized, then people took to Twitter and complained, so YouTube reinstated the monetization. Win for the people. Interesting. And I've got my cable all tangled up, and the buzzer has gone. That's pretty prompt. A pretty prompt turnaround. I'm surprised by that. That's pretty cool. All right, we need to reveal the answer. The buzzer has gone, and the question was, what vitamin is produced when a person is exposed to sunlight? Did anybody hear that drum roll then? I didn't hear it. I think my headphones are broken. I got my cable tangled. And the answer is anyway, the answer is vitamin D. There was a lot of vitamin D's in the answer, so pat on the back everybody who said vitamin D. And D was here earlier. If he was here, he could have answered me, and that would have been a correct answer, vitamin D. All right. Now, there was a question. Alex Tox asked me if I could do metal in the background. Let's see if I've got it metal. I'm going to have to dive into my little bag of tricks here and see what backdrops I downloaded last week. Yeah, I think I did something to my headset because I think I'm hearing the music a little bit funny. Oh, I need some sort of preview so I know what I'm looking at. We could go with this. I don't think I've got metal. We can go with the Niminati vibe. We can go Niminati, matches the shirt of course. The Niminati backdrop there. We could do that. It's sort of more obvious with a black thing that I'm sort of green screening here. You can see, yeah. Yeah, absolutely a fast turnaround for sure. That's metallic? Yeah, it's the closest thing I've got to metallic because it's just a screensaver, really. Did I miss anything else in here? I don't think I have. Shelby's Corner dropping the Hewson first time in the stream tonight to drop the Hewson. Kind of like the Metallica Black album. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Or we could go the classic brick wall. And that's not metal either. So, yeah, I'm going to look for a metallic looking one because I like some sort of metal with some, like, texture. That'd be a decent backdrop, I think. I'll investigate that. I'll investigate that. Let me have a quick look at the downloaded ones. I've got a lot of wood textures. There's a few different wood textures. If you like the red, then we can go a wood with red. Like that one. Looks like a floor, really, doesn't it? Looks like a floor. In any case, let's jump back to the correct one. We'll get ready for, I think we get one or two more trivia questions in. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Shelby says, maybe these Nimmin dudes should start a band. Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that. Well, they're not starting a band, but if you saw the recent diss track with Daniel Batal and Brian G. Johnson and Nick Nimmin, of course. A bit of diss track action, a bit of a hip-hop rap going down. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out on Brian G. Johnson's channel. Checkerboard. Yeah, I'll have to Google some checkerboard images as well. Try and find ones that I can use like royalty free without, getting copyright struck or anything like that. So, oh my, we're getting a bit seedy now. All right, let's jump back over to the trivia questions. And we're going with movies. We're in movies now. We're back to movies. The first movie of the Fast and Furious franchise was released in what year? The first movie of the Fast and Furious franchise was released in what year? 3 minutes on the clock. We're looking for a year that the first Fast and Furious movie came out. Alex Talk says, just put me as a background. Cause sort of half... Yeah. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? The only other option is I could go meta and use my thumbnail as my background. That would be very meta. Don't think it'll look that good, but... Alright, we've got answers coming in. I need to highlight some of these. First one I see is from Midnight Madness, says 2001. Lemonhead Penny says 2000. Shelby's Corner says 1876. Alex Talk's coming in with a date in addition to the year. June 18, 2001. Upset Rule. Joe's in the house. How's it going? Good morning. June 18, 2001. Yeah. We understood the first time. We knew what it was. Midnight Madness is betting his paycheck on 2001. Ooh, I'm looking down to see what the answer is. Interesting. Man, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, well, you think how many Fast and Furiouses have they done? I've lost count, and I don't think I've seen the last one or two. I haven't seen the one with Charlize Theron. I haven't seen that one yet. And they've got this new one coming out that's like an offshoot with The Rock in it. Hobbs and Shaw, or Shaw and Hobbs, or something like that. Absolute Rules go with 2002. And I'm just looking to see, we've got about 40 seconds left before we reveal the answer. I'm not sure whether 8 or 7 is. Oh, that's how many movies, 8 or 7. Yeah, I think that they're up to about 8 or 9 or... Crazy. You think how often can they actually make a movie? They usually have one coming every 2 or 3 years. More recently, they're turning them out a little bit quicker. I'm thinking this might be the last trivia question of the day. Let me know if you want me to recap what the questions are, because you never know. These questions might come up later in Nimmin Live if in fact One Tip Trivia makes its triumphant return, because Dee's back, Nick's back. They're back in the studio. Who knows what's going to go down on Nimmin Live? It's coming up in exactly 11 minutes and a few seconds. And I think the buzzer went and I didn't hear it because my headphones aren't working properly. But let's have a look. The first movie of the Fast and Furious franchise was released in what year? And the answer is 2001. You can keep your paycheck, Midnight Madness. Well done. 2001 is the correct answer. All right. Alex is very keen on a recap, so we'll come back to the screen in just a second and recap all the questions and answers really quickly in just a second. Because I want to be done before Nimmin Live. That's the time that Nimmin Live is going to go live. So I need to be done before. And I want to get my headset untangled from my chair, so excuse me. No, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Last minute questions for me before we wrap up today. I'm going to recap those trivia questions in just a second. Because, I've got a feeling One Tip Trivia could be making a comeback. It's been a month or a couple of months since we've had some good One Tip Trivia action. And of course, Dee sources all his trivia questions from the moderators, including myself. So my questions generally show up in One Tip Trivia. Absolutely, Joe. You got to get set. You got to get you set up and get comfortable for Nimmin Live, because it's a spectacle. All right, let's get on and recap today's questions. It'd be good if I was on the trivia page, because that's where the questions are. Here we go. The first question from today was, according to the Star Trek science fiction franchise, Earth was a what class planet? And the answer was M class planet. Leave that for a second for you. Then the second question, first of many science questions today, on the periodic, yes, I need to be able to say this properly, on the periodic table of elements, Hg is the symbol for what element? And the answer was Mercury. Then the next question, a deficiency of what vitamin may lead to dry eyes and night blindness? And that was vitamin A. I'm not leaving these up too long because I've got a few to get through. But of course, the replay will be there available as well after the stream, of course. Next one was, what is the only modern rock and roll song on the Voyager spacecraft's golden records? And the answer was Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. Then the next question was, originally a Viking village, Copenhagen became the capital city of what country? And the answer was Denmark. Then the next question was, what is the common translation for the popular Latin phrase carpe diem? And the answer was seize the day. And one thing I didn't touch on when we did that question was what movie was that popularized in? And I believe it was Dead Poets Society. Correct me if I'm wrong. In what country would you find the temple complex Angkor Wat? And the answer, of course, was Cambodia. Then we had the vitamin question again. The next, what vitamin is produced when a person is exposed to sunlight? And the answer was vitamin D. And then one more question. The final question for today was, the first movie of the Fast and Furious franchise was released in what year? And as we just discovered, it was 2001. There we go. That was the questions that we covered today. I had a few more up my sleeve, but we'll save them for next time because I'm always looking for questions. I'm always needing questions. And the questions that I will send to D, if you need questions for One Tip Trivia, will be those ones that I just displayed to you guys just now. So we'll jump on over here to this one here. Let's clear that. Let's jump into the chat for any last minute questions, concerns. Let me know in the chat right now. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. People recapping answers, I see. Midnight said he'll be starting to load up his Jeep soon for the race. I'm not sure how long he'll be in the Nimmin stream. As long as you can be. We'll enjoy having you as for, even if it's a short time. Oh, I don't know what that sounds like. Anyway, when it gets late this time of night, this part of the world, I get a little bit delirious, I think. I got many hours to go. Nimmin Live is going to be a hoot. It's good to have Nick and Dee back together for Nimmin Live. So make sure that as soon as we wrap up this stream, you head on over to Nick Nimmin's channel. Let's see if we can drop that into the chat for you guys now. Hopefully that link will still work well for you guys to get on over to Nimmin Live. That's coming up in 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. Alex asked the link where you can share the questions. I don't currently have it open. I'll think about opening that very soon in a few weeks' time, maybe, if we're going to continue the format that we're currently doing. So I'll let you know. I don't have it currently in the description. I took it out last week, so I will share that with you. But if you do want and you are keen, I will drop it in the chat real quick. But you can put them in there, but I'm not actually advertising it at the moment or promoting it. But it's still there. You can still put questions in. So there it is. And Alex also asked, Alex has got a lot of questions today. What time will One Tip Trivia start? I have no idea. That's up to Nick and Dee. Depends on how long the stream goes. Depends on what format they decide on. If they're going to do a lot of channel reviews. If they're going to do a lot of call-ins. If they're going to just do a lot of banter. But it will be... probably I would allow a few hours. It'd be at least 3 or 4 hours away. Maybe in 4 hours, 5 hours. I don't know how long they're going to go for. They might be a little bit jet lagged. It might be a shorter stream. So I can't even guarantee that One Tip Trivia will happen. So it's a wait and see, because that's just how Nimmin Live is. It's just wait and see what happens, because something different might happen. You never know. Anyway, we need to wrap things up. Thank you for joining me on the Wake Up Show. It's good to be back sort of in the roughly the correct time slot and leading up to Nimmin Live. So we're going to let you guys jump on over to get on board with Nick and Dee for Nimmin Live, coming up in just over 3 minutes' time. I really appreciate everyone joining me today. And if you have any suggestions for future backdrops for the stream, shoot me an email on my contact address on YouTube, or you can contact me on Discord or or however you can get a hold of me, maybe on Facebook. So this is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube, and I'll catch you later.